Welcome to day 2 on how to love yourself more. My 21-day live video challenge for loving yourself more, for getting to know you and loving you just the way you are. Happy Sunday, everyone. As you know, I'm Deb, and I'm doing this live video challenge to help me love myself more. Not that I don't love myself already, but I know I have work to do, and this is work. So day 2, I want to talk about the fear of abandonment, codependency, and what that has to do with your self-love, how it affects you, and what you can do to make that different. I have a fear of abandonment in my life that I'm still working on. It stems from being a small child. I'm glad you're watching live, Mike. And I want to start out this video with reading from my book a little bit, and then talking over some points and giving you guys some homework. Yeah, I can see. Stand up to your fear of abandonment. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm in a relationship with someone who isn't good for me, a woman said one day. My boyfriend manipulates me, and he often doesn't tell me the truth. But every time I get ready to kick him to the curb, my fear of abandonment sets in. Many of us have fear of abandonment for different reasons. Some of us let it rule our lives, and we'll do anything just so that person or persons doesn't walk out and leave us. I spent many years letting fear of abandonment control me. After a while, I finally wore out that belief. I just got sick and tired of worrying about whether I was good enough for any person. Then a new thought set me free. If you don't want to be in my life, or my lover, or my employer, or my friend, or no matter what it is, no more emotional blackmail, no more stress, no more having to second guess what that other person is feeling. Are you spending your time worried about someone leaving you? Does your fear of abandonment leave you feeling like an underdog or a hurt child? Let it go. Just let it go and listen what I'm about to tell you. If that person doesn't want to be in your life, let them leave. Do you really want someone in your life that doesn't want to be there? Of course not. Let him or her go. Once you adopt this belief, it's easy to send the bad relationships, no matter who they are, packing. This led me into a lifelong of codependency. Codependency not on one person, but on many different people. On putting myself aside and what I want and what I need, and concentrating on whatever anybody else needs, whatever anybody else would like to be happy. I thought if everybody else was happy, if I could make everybody else happy, then I would be safe, and I wouldn't have to worry if someone was going to leave me, no matter who it was. And that made me feel, like if I got their validation, that then I was worth it. And codependency is really something I struggle with for a long time. And I think it has a lot to do with my lack of self-love sometimes. Because anytime we put validation into somebody else and what somebody else thinks, and spend all our time trying to make everybody else happy, how can we be truly happy and truly true to ourselves, Boundaries. Another issue that I've have, and standing firm on them and making it okay to have boundaries. And making the other person might be feeling better about themselves too if there's boundaries. You know, do you ever think about it that way? Maybe it's just not boundaries for me or for you guys, but boundaries for the other person, right? That could actually, you know how children really need boundaries, right? You know, they feel safer when they know what to expect. You can't just let a child do whatever they want, right? They need to have boundaries too. So I'm exploring my newfound boundaries too. And it's not easy when you first do any of these things, when you think about your own happiness instead of putting yourself down and putting everybody else above you. It's not good. It's your ego if you put yourself above anybody, and it's also your ego if you put yourself below anybody. And, you know, we're all worthy, we're all beautiful, we're all God's children, and we all deserve that love for our own self. And self-care practices. This is the third point I want to talk about. You know, really looking at yourself in the mirror and asking yourself, what does Debbie need today? Well, guess what I needed today? I needed a pedicure and a manicure. And I made that a priority. And it doesn't have to be something like frou-frou or princessy like that. It could be, you know, reading a book. It could be taking a walk. It could be anything that's important to you for your self-care. I really believe that's the first step in putting yourself above and saying no. Yes, Alessandra. Say no. I know, hard. It's hard. It's hard for me. It's always been hard for me to say no. And it's not a bad word. It's not a bad word at all. It's needed sometimes. And that's what we all need, to start exploring our own self-love, self-worth, and to creating more of that in our lives. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I would love to see a video of you guys talking about this subject, and I really appreciate what you give me when I come on here, all your feedback, and that's what it is. It's feedback. It's precious. The community, it's precious. Does my soul glow right now? Am I glowing? Yeah, and the homework for day 2 is do a video on, have you ever had a fear of abandonment? So you became codependent in your life. You learned that coping mechanism when you were small. I learned that when I was really small. It was a great coping mechanism that I don't need anymore. It's okay to say no. It's okay to take care of Debbie. It's okay, you know, to ask God above for what His plan for my life is, and not know that the weight of the world is not on my shoulders. Everybody will be okay. Everybody will be okay. So, yeah, your homework today is just that. Do a video talking about if you ever had abandonment issues, did it make you codependent, and what are some of the self-care things that you could do in your life to start putting you as a priority, to start uplifting your confidence and not letting the approval of others let you feel good about yourself or bad about yourself, because you're pretty special just the way you are. Have a fabulous Sunday. I look forward to your videos. Thank you for all your input. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you tomorrow with day 3. And yeah, it is okay not to be okay.